All right, man. Apparently Russell Westbrook is out here making headlines and he's starting to leak stuff out about this season. Also, the Hornets are interested in him. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Appreciate get notifications. We go live or drop a video. I believe the Lakers, are mathematically eliminated from the play-in tournament and obviously the playoffs, right? So it says Westbrook, after being told that any Laker can bring the ball up by Frank Vogel, he said, "I'm the point guard. Give me that ish." So just kind of, Skip Bayless kind of was saying, man, that in Oklahoma City, he was being babied and they protected Russ, Sam Presti and them. They protected Russ from you know, from some of the things that go outside of the, go in the basketball world, and they basically let him do whatever he wanted to do, and that was even, to the point where they lost Kevin Durant. So think about that for a minute. They allow Kevin Durant, they pros Westbrook over Kevin Durant, and nobody really speak on that. When Kevin got an MVP, Russ did everything in his power to go get MVP. So I don't understand in the basketball, sense where LeBron and Rob Pelinka thought this was gonna work. I still don't understand. And Westbrook can't play without the ball. He can't shoot. He can't even hit a mid-range jumper no more. And then he can't even hit bunnies. But let's read it. Check out the NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. It says Russell Westbrook never respected Frank Vogel from day one, said one Lakers staff member with knowledge of the situation. Quote, the moment Frank said anybody who gets the rebound can bring the ball up the court, which is just how the NBA is played these days. Russ was like, nah, I'm the point guard. Give me the ball to me. Everybody run. Frank was like, no, we have Talen, Horton-Tucker. We have Austin Reaves. We have Malik. We have LeBron. We have AD. They can all bring the ball up. He was like, nope, I'm the point guard. Give me that ish. Everybody get out the way. From that point on in training camp, they should have knew that wasn't going to work. It was a wrap because now Russ is a fish out of water. He doesn't know what to do, and that's how that started. And at the end of the day, that's common sense. He don't do nothing without the basketball because he was never willing to try, or he was never willing to buy in. He want the ball in his hands, and that just come from being baby to OKC. That's why Houston moved on from him. In a basketball sense, you say, well, what could they done, CJ? Well, they could have been moving him, having him slash like Gerald Wallace used to slash to the rim. You know what I'm saying? They should have been playing with their older team too, so it didn't work. Because they really should be running up and down the court with tempo, especially when you got Anthony Davis, one of the more athletic bigs in the league. They really should be pushing the pace with Taylor Horton-Tucker and all of that. And LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? He's a little bit older. So, when LeBron ain't in the lineup, they really should have been pushing the pace. And they really should have been had Westbrook when he didn't have the ball in his hand. He should have been backdoor cutting, slashing to the rim. But on top of that, he just, really never could make easy layups. So he never bought in mentally. And when you don't buy into something mentally, bro, that's what happens. That's exactly what happens when you don't want to buy in, right? It's all mental. It's all mental. Mentally, when he didn't buy in, bro, they knew it should have been a problem. And at that point, they should have did their darnest to move him. Just being honest. They should have did their darnest to move him. They should have been hell-bent on moving no matter what somebody else said. And, they should have tried to move him right then and there before it got ugly. And then, it's kind of like, you first real relationship, right? You in first real relationship, after you get out of it, now now the questions to ask when you start courting and you start dating, you know what to look for. And now next time when they bring somebody in the Laker organization, Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, and my magic voice, now they know what to look for. They know what to look for, bro. They know Like, hey, yo, we an equal opportunity team. Anybody get the rebound, they can bring it up the court. You got an issue with that? Say now, forever hold your peace. You letting you know right up front, you know, and that's just what it is. And the type of questions they should have been answering. And maybe he was like, "Yeah, I'm all in, coach. Yeah, I'm all in for all of that." But homie, bro, he one of them dudes, bro, that like I said before, man. But the source is from the LA Times, Dan Wokey and Broderick Turner. So and he had a bad, and now you see why this ain't work. I remember one of the was it Kirk Morrison from the I think his name was from the Raiders, and he was on Rich Eisen show a while back, and he was talking about how he knew that it wasn't that Jamarcus Russell wasn't going to work and couldn't lead the team. He said, Jamarcus held out. He came in late. All right. And Jamarcus Russell finally came in and they said, well, we already did the rookie talent show where they make the rookies go up there and they, do a talent impersonation, sing, show their talent. They said, Jamarcus, you still got to go back and do your rookie talent show. So they said, cool. Jamarcus said, yeah. So everybody came in for him to do the rookie talent show. He said he brought this big ass bag and he just made it rain in the room. He made it rain. He said, then I looked at the coaches and I said, this is the guy y'all want to lead this franchise. He said he knew at that point that Jamarcus Russell couldn't lose that franchise. And they knew at this point with Russell Westbrook that it was going to be a problem. And dude, you got a whole bunch of alphas in there. Westbrook ain't won shit. AD won a title. LeBron won a title. You know what I'm saying? AD ain't won nothing in this league, bro. Nothing. So how you gonna say get the hell out the way? It's my league, it's my team, this, that, and the third. I'm the point guard, and everybody know everybody know that the league is positionless. Everybody know the league is positionless. You know, and how you gonna have LeBron and other champions and niggas with credentials or Hall of Fame credentials like Carmelo Anthony, you know, you know, bending to your every need. You know, uh, so you know, so it is what it is. Now y'all getting this kind of a sneak peek of what Kevin Durant deal with at Oklahoma City Thunder. It should be a lot of mofos, lining up to apologize. Then he dealing with Kyrie BS. Kyrie took LeBron through the ringer too. No, LeBron is probably the reason he got on damn gray hair is dealing with these guys, bro. And everybody see what Kevin Durant was dealing with. Look at James Harden, bro. He already trying to get Doc Rivers fired, which he deserved to be fired. And Doc could be headed to LA. Just remember that's one of the guys they want on at the Lakers coach is Doc Rivers. And I heard he blew another lead the other night. Hilarious. This dude keep blowing leads. Blew a few this, so I said before, man. All you seeing, I don't really feel bad for the man no more, bro. I don't. I do not feel bad for the man. But, and then he gonna opt in and where else he gonna go? They talking about the Hornets have interest in how much sense does a Westbrook the Hornets trade make? Sometimes the business of basketball overrules basketball. This is something to keep in mind as the Lakers prepare to trade Westbrook. The league should nobody help them out. Should nobody bail the Lakers out? Nobody. And everybody, unless it's AD and LeBron James involved in the deal, nobody. Nobody should bail the Lakers out on this trade. Nobody should take him on unless LeBron or AD is in the deal. No matter how much business sense this gonna make, and I hopefully explain the business sense here, where I tell y'all the business sense. It says the merciful end. Well, we don't need to read all that. So it says earlier this week, Mark Stein reported a potential deal between the Lakers and Hornets that will land Westbrook and Charlotte as they move off some of their longer contracts. So today's episode, the hook, Aaron Larsul, and I took a look at such a deal that makes sense. So for the Lakers, it's clear Westbrook appears to have spent his this last season feuding with anyone and everyone as such. Both he and the Lakers are already ready to move on. For the Hornets, well, money matters. Gordon Hayward signed a 4-year, $120 million deal back in 2020, and when he signed to traded to Charlotte from Boston, he has been hurt for much of the time and has 2 years left at $30 million per season. Charlotte also inked Terry Rozier to a 4-year, $97 million extension that kicked in next year. With guys across their roster looking to get paid in the next few years, Charlotte is going to have to look to cut the costs, and in this case, ripping the Band-Aid to the tune of one season, $47 million of Westbrook. That makes sense and easier for them to do so. No, Westbrook doesn't make much sense basketball sense for Charlotte, who already has much more effective on-ball presence with LaMelo Ball, but it often the case with small markets in the NBA, basketball sometimes comes secondary to business. So basically what they saying is that they're gonna look to move off them damn contracts. So they might look to bunch Rozier and Hayward together. I'm saying for Westbrook, and if you're the Lakers, you just hope that if Gordon Hayward can stay healthy, that's a perfect fit for them. Starting or coming off the bench. That's a perfect fit for what the Lakers need. You got a knockdown shooter, a guy that can get his own bucket. You know what I'm saying? So when LeBron go off the floor, or AD go off the floor, you can put him in there. He can go get you a bucket. Terry Rozier is another guy. It fit. He a good on ball defender. When in Charlotte they don't play on defense. In Boston, he was a good on ball defender, right? He can shoot it a little bit, can get to the rim. So that's a great start for LA. And you say, well, what do Charlotte get off of it? Well, they get $47 million in cap space to pay their players or bring somebody there. Miles Bridges got a contract coming up. They're looking to move PJ Washington. Maybe they also can move PJ Washington over there in a separate deal. And that'd be perfect for them, because if I can get PJ Washington play next to Anthony Davis, LeBron James, put Terry Rozier in the backcourt, and possibly put him in the backcourt with Gordon Hayward, that's a great start. That's they playoff team right there, bro. That might be championship worthy if he brings some of them Hornets up to speed and Hayward stay healthy, and then you bring some minimum guys back. Hopefully some guys that want to come to LA, just like the city of LA, want to play with LeBron and get a ring. Add a couple of them dudes to the bench. Maybe you convince Lewis Williams, hey, one more year, come to the Lakers, play on the bench. Blase Blah, convince somebody else, hey, who else out there that's about to be up? Oh, come play on the bench. Bet. You know what I'm saying? Convince some of them dudes to do that. You got a brand new team. And what the Hornets get out of it, they just get cap space. They probably can buy out Westbrook, tell them to go home. We don't need you, and let LaMelo Ball and them figure it out. They got a whole nother offseason. They can buy that contract out. They can sit them there, send them on the bench. They can tell them to go home like the Rockets did John Wall. And what they get is you move Hayward, you move Rozier, you move PJ Washington probably in a separate trade, or you got to add some more in for PJ Washington. You get cap space. You get the cap space. You can pay LaMelo. You can pay Miles Bridges. That's who you're going to build around, right? You can put a better fit in the backcourt with LaMelo Ball eventually. I'm not sure if they got their draft pick this year. Let's see. Let's see if they got their draft pick this year. So that's a perfect deal for Charlotte, honestly. Once you think about it, because let's see. So they first round pick, they got 2 first round picks. I don't know what's going on here. So they pick us top 18 protected. So the Hawks, I believe, had a pick is top 8. If they fall into if they make the playoffs, they still it's top 18 protected. So it seems, So so if they make the playoffs, they still can get in there because it's 16 teams. Then they got another top 14 protected pick right now to the Pelicans. It will not transfer either. So they got 2 first-round picks, it looked like this year. That's what it's trending to, and they got their picks. So if they're able to keep their picks, if I'm reading this right, if they're able to keep their picks, I believe this means this pick is this pick. So the Hawks got the pick, but it's top 18. And then when they don't fall in those protections or the other team don't get it, then they just defer. So this bare minimum, if it doesn't fall in protections by 2027, it's a second round pick. So like I said before, they got 2 picks right now because they both are, would defer. So this is the Pelicans pick they got. So right now it's falling apart. So yeah, I mean, yeah, they can change it around. It's a lot of good talent in the draft. Ben Mathurin, they could probably be around that range. I mean, talking about Johnny Davis, Ty from Kentucky. What's about the kid that didn't play in the kid that didn't play in Kentucky, where Shaden Sharp? You're gonna hear a lot about him. Mark Williams, you can do some protecting. Jalen Durham. So they get 2 picks and they make that move to pay their guys, put some more young guys around there. And like I said, Charlotte's becoming a major city too. Yeah, man. I was thinking about moving down eventually. Hopefully, I still will, man. It's beautiful. Everything new from when I went down in the 90s. But that is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, that subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video, right? Hit the Linktree link. You find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Anchor. Also, you can find my financial links there. Donate, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. If you want to financially donate, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. That's right at the bottom screen. Venmo, CJ Good 313. Right at the bottom screen. PayPal link in the description or in the link tree. Appreciate the love and support. Check the NBA Talk playlist. Let me know what you think.